What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Thank you for stopping in. Today we are talking about, in my opinion, one of, if not the best budget knife collections in the entire industry. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I release new knife and EDC content every single day. Hit that thumbs up button. That helps push this video out there to more people, and let everyone know what you're carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. I love to see what you guys are carrying. So in this video and on this topic, we are talking about Miguron knives, and to kick us off, we're going to be talking about the original Valona. This is the knife that kicked off my love for Miguron. It's the first knife I ever handled from them. 14C28N on the blade steel. It's got a PVD coated finish. We're talking 4 inches of blade here. This knife is almost 9, or I think it's a little over 9 inches. Liner lock, great access. We have a milled tie clip and a G10 backspacer. This is a large size folding knife, and I'm a huge fan of this exact size right here. And when I got this, crown spine, just the little touches, really made me fall in love with this knife. And back then, Miguron only had a couple of budget knives. I want to say 2, and it might have been 3. But the second knife I ever handled from Miguron is going to be the Acri here. And this is not a small knife either. It is venturing very close to that same size, but this is more of a slimmer, sleeker, gentleman style knife, and it's going to be a front flipper only, where the original Valona has that fuller and the rear flipper. It is coming in with a 3 3/4 inch 14C28N blade, and we do have that stonewash drop point there, semi-contoured G10 handles, very nicely finished stuff, G10 backspacer, and here again we have a milled titanium clip. Now this is more of a recent purchase, but it makes sense to bring it out with this group here. That is the medium sized, or the Valona M, which is going to basically be an exact duplicate and just a little brother to the original Valona. A lot of people love this size. I like this size right here. This is still, it's the medium size, but this is still, considerably a larger folder here. Beautiful finish on this blade. It's got like a satin, and I don't know, it's got a nice satiny, shiny finish to it, glossed over. It looks good. It looks really good, whatever they're doing. This came out in 2024, and we have nicely textured G10 there, backspacer, and we have our milled tie clip. And keep in mind, the Valona comes in right around 50 bucks depending on the version. Right now, I think the Acri's at like 48 bucks. The Valona M, that is going to be right around the $50 mark. So we're talking a great price for what you're going to be getting here. Now, a common theme we will see with these knives is they're all going to be coming in 14C28N steel, which in my opinion, that is the best steel under $75 easily that you can get. In my opinion, I love 14C. I think it shoots way above its price tag. I think it is a great steel. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I love 14C. Its toughness is off the charts. Some people would argue, it's more of a fixed blade steel, but, with it being tough as nails, tougher than, nails, and the corrosion resistance is also damn near off the charts. And we're talking about something that is extremely easy to sharpen up and easy to get a razor edge on. So I think it's a great steel for a folding knife. This was a knife that, really hit the knife community hard. The Moyero here, it was a huge, huge success, a huge hit. There was a point in time where you could not find these in stock. We have that cutout for deployment, nice drop point blade, full finger choil there, so it makes this thing really comfortable in hand. We got these steel liners, matching G10 backspacer. Mine's a little dirty. It's been carried quite a bit. Then we have that matching milled titanium pocket clip. The Miguron is, it's a gift from the knife gods. You want to talk about, like, category of best budget knives ever? And you could put the Valona in here. You could put the Miguron in that same category. Some people would say put the Kyrex in that category, but either which way you want to go with it, whatever your style is and blade shape, I could argue that this, if all things are equal between, I know the original Penguin is like $35, but let's just say there was a $50 to $60 model in 14C and micarta and the standard steel rollover clip they use. You could argue, yeah, the sheep's foot would be better for you, and sure, I could agree with that, but then you could just roll out the Kyrex, and we're back at square one in a sense. I would take the Miguron, the Kyrex, or the Valona probably 10 times out of 10 over the Penguin, over the Elementum. Some of these big crazes that the knife community has had over the last couple of years and some of the budget knives that have really, taken storm, I would take one of these three easily, or all three, over a ton of different, more budget-ended knives. And you can really see the transformation, too, with Miguron as the quality, amongst the builds, but also the materials, better G10s, better micartas, just better fit and finish all the way around. And it really starts to shine in the models they've put out in 2024. Now, some of their older models, like the Valonas and the Acries, those knives have also gotten an update in some new versions. They still have the old versions, but they also have some newer ones as well. I'll have all these knives linked down in the description if one of them catches your eye. But they've really updated things in a good way. And we see a nice satin finish, similar to what we saw on the Valona M. Cutout and rear flipper for deployment. Nice detent on the Kyrex here as well. We have black micarta, and it's decent stuff, but it's gotten better since then. We have a nice milled tie clip that goes with the flow of the design. Great action. And then we'll take a step back and go to the Miguron crossbar here. So if you're someone who's not a big fan of liner or frame locks, you like button locks or crossbar locks, well, they updated the micarta or used better micarta on this Miguron series here. I mean, the black stuff is not bad here. It's not bad at all. It's decent stuff. It really is. In comparison to the stuff I've seen, over the last several years and even what's still on the market, this is some good stuff. So that's not to be taken harshly. But this is really, really nice stuff here. Very good fit and finish across the board on the Miguron here. Great access to that crossbar lock, and it has nice, strong springs in there. Great knife and a very fun knife to carry. Now we're going to move on to, this is one of the, right now as of recording this is one of the best values that I have found. This is coming in right around $44, so under 45 bucks. We have a PVD process coated 14C 28N clip point style of blade. We have dual thumb studs and a rear flipper tab for deployment. A nice strong detent. We have good access to that liner. We have contoured G10 handles. Very nice finish. Geared G10 backspacer. And yes, a milled titanium clip, and under 45 bucks. Absolutely insane. Now another knife that they made a premium version first and then put out a budget form was the Pagos here, at least to my knowledge. The Pagos 2, The premium version was out before this, but I could be wrong. Either way, it doesn't matter. I had the premium one first. This is coming in with a stone-washed, straight-back 14C 28N blade. It's got dual thumb studs and a front flipper for deployment. Very Acri-esque on that front flipper. And then you have the addition of the thumb studs. This is a great little user, and this can often be found under 50 bucks as well. Just a nice, solid, little medium-sized folder there. Now, one that doesn't quite fit in with the rest is going to be the Takog here. Now, this is going to be under 40 usually. Now, we're not getting the milled clip, and we're not quite getting... We're going to get the same quality, but it's not going to be quite on this level. The extra 10 bucks or so that you would spend, not taking anything away from the Takog. This is still in 14C, and it's under 40 bucks. If you don't need all the flash and whiz and wham, well, then this might be a great candidate for you. It's got a nice blade shape on it. We have the single stud and front flipper for deployment, and it's tuned very well. This one of my favorite front top flippers as far as design and snap that there is, and it's under 40 bucks. So if that's something you enjoy, that top front flipper combo, you know, and you like budget knives, this is a nice option. Textured G10. We have good access to that liner there. Very easy to disengage. And then we just have a deep carry fold over clip there. Not going to be reversible, but, you know, coming in at like 35 bucks or so, I think the Takog is a great knife. And then we come in with one of their last drops. This is one of their most recent budget knives right here, and I'm a huge fan. We see an upgrade even again in the micarta. This green micarta right here is some really, really nice stuff. Beautiful finish on this blade. Love it. Drop point. We have this half moon cutout and a rear flipper tab. Been done very well. Nice snappy detent. Full finger choil here. Very comfortable. Good size. Then we have a new and updated milled tie clip. Love that thing. If you're wondering what the difference is, the Curex has a little different clip than the standard run. That's more of a curved milled clip, but their standard clip looked a little something like that right there. So you can see and get an idea, you know, they're just changing things a little bit. It looks better, and I think it functions better too. These work well, but I think this functions a little bit better, and they are starting to now mount the tie clips as far as they can to the butt end of the knife, which I think is a great move. Here again, you can see it's a little bit lower mounted, so it's going to leave even more poking out. Now, I don't know, yeah, they haven't done that with all models, but some they do. So there's a couple examples where it's mounted about as far as it can go, but there's a couple where it could be just a little deeper. But with a milled clip, you're always going to have a little bit poking out no matter what. Just little critiques. One thing you'll notice, no branding on the blade. Just a nice clean pivot. Great job by Miguron. I can't wait to see what they come up with next, but their last couple of knives, the Galati here, the Curex, the Valona M, these knives are off the chart good, and they come in under 60 bucks every single time. It's just a great showing from Miguron. For a company to move ahead of them, in my opinion, these companies would have to make a big splash. There's some companies that are creeping up behind them, but there's just nothing that touches this lineup, in my opinion, right here. You have a ton of variety in blade shapes. You have some different locks in there, and I'm sure we'll see additions to more locks on some of these knives, I think, without a doubt. And like I said, the value is tremendous. Ton of 14C milled tie clips, and you're going to get very nice micarta and or G10. You'll have to let me know what you think of Miguron. Do you own any Migurons? And if you do, which ones? Love to hear from you no matter what it is. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That always helps push these videos out there so more people can check them out. If you're new here, I release knife and EDC content every day. Make sure you are subscribed and ring that bell. That way you can be notified anytime we release a new video. I'll put up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.